If I understood correctly, part is to look expertise outside that can help us accelerate change. But what would you say about develop expertise inside?
Okay. What I found out in using this technology is that a buyer in the future will actually utilize more outsourced expertise. Because when you start building expertise on the inside, the cost of maintaining this expertise is very difficult. Does this make sense? Your costs will go up. When you can actually utilize experts who are there, who understand what you want, you have a much bigger field to play with, and the experts will come to you. And if you hire experts, and I've seen this, where inside the organization they will try to hire subject matter experts. Very rarely are they really as expert as somebody who's doing it every day, who's like actually responsible for the entire system that they're doing and delivering. Does this make sense? So I'm proposing that if you have subject matter experts inside your organization, then you can keep them and work with them, and they can be utilized in working with outsourced experts. But the experts on the outside, it's so much faster and easier to do. And they will have to go through this process where they can actually see, where they'll tell you what it should be. And if they don't know, they will say, we don't actually understand what your situation is, and you don't have the information, but this is what we assume it is. So we are building our plan based on our assumption as experts. And if it varies from that, it just becomes a deviation, and they'll tell you exactly as they get into it which way it's going to go with it, whether it's plus or minus. But it becomes a simple decision to make. Does this make sense?
How do you prevent yourself from a situation where if you're using your supplier expertise or outside expert, that you're not boxing yourself into a proprietary situation or something that you can't undo then because you totally gave it up to an external party?
You know, this is a real fear. It's a real fear, and it stops a lot of people. But this is what I propose. In every area of the world that I've gone to, I've never found a lack of expertise. And the expert, for some reason, this is if you really have an expert, when they perform, and you know they perform because you competed them, and they put their best people on it, they actually can make the most money. See, because if you're like hiring a service, do you want to hire somebody who gets paid a lot or paid very little?
Yeah.
It's a good question, right?
Yeah, it's a tough question. Yeah, good one. It's a balance somewhere.
Well, I actually want people who get paid the most, but my end cost keeps going what? Down. And I want them to, because if they're really good, the things that they can do are amazing. By using information. See, and this is where I don't think we have a lot of experience in. For example, we hired somebody who was doing recycling services. And this person started using information to tell the internal organization exactly where they were wasting money. And did it in such a simple way that it was amazing. And the people inside actually, instead of being offended at this vendor, started like listening to him. And the people who are in charge internally of that service that was working with this vendor, they actually got switched out and they brought a new team in, brought less people in. And they're now implementing all these ideas of this expert vendor. This is a real fear, though, right? That you can get roped in and caught with some type of spec that you can't get out of. So you have to look at it on a case-by-case issue. But I've looked at it, and I cannot believe the opportunity that's there if you can actually find out who the experts are in your area, whatever part of the world you're in and whatever you're doing. It's this idea of transparency. When things are totally transparent, does it matter who the expert works for? What organization the expert works for? Good question, right? Yeah.
It's a funny one because when I'm trying to balance the idea of transparency with your fundamental mistrust of everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So look, I can see if the expert works for the vendor and they bring us a solution and it appears that it's fine and we're not boxed into a corner, that's absolutely grand. Yeah, we save money, we get the optimize the value. But if I don't trust them, then how can I be confident that they haven't somehow painted me into a corner? Yeah, or
Okay.
boxed me in, yeah?
Wow, that's so hard. That's a whole day's lecture on
Yeah.
what trust is.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
But basically what I'm proposing is, in order for somebody to do work with me,
Yes.
they have to show me as simple and clearly as this that they can do it.
Yeah, but,
If they don't give me the metrics and tell me how they know, except that, oh, trust me. No, I don't trust you. You show me the metrics. You show me where you did it. You show me that you're so much better than your competition. And that minimizes the need to trust.